Hello, beautiful souls. Today I'm so excited to guide you through a very powerful technique which you've heard me speak about many times, tapping. Also known as EFT, which is emotional freedom techniques, and TFT, which is the thought field therapy. So tapping combines ancient Chinese acupressure with modern psychology. And it's an amazing way to relieve stress, reduce anxiety, promote emotional healing, and what I've used it for is to process and integrate grief. So before we start, make sure you're comfortable, somewhere where it's quiet, where you can relax, and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we'll dive right in. So what is tapping? Well, tapping literally involves gently tapping your meridian points, specific ones, on your body while focusing on a particular, let's say, issue or challenge, something where you're stuck or maybe you want to get unblocked. So these meridian points are actually energy pathways used in traditional Chinese medicine. And by tapping on them, we can actually release blockages and restore balance to our energy, right? Yeah. And you can actually feel the flow of energy go through you when you do the protocols. So today, we're just going to use stress relief as our example. So let's start by identifying our setup statement and reminder phrase. We'll talk more about that in other videos. But basically, we're going to identify the stress levels that we experience. So first of all, I want you to think about something that's currently causing you some stress. Close your eyes and really focus on it. Notice the stress feels in your body. Where do you feel it the most? Is it in your shoulders, your chest, your stomach? Just take a moment and scan. Where are you feeling that stress? Now on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being very little stress and 10 being extreme stress, how would you rate your current state? Write that number down. It's actually really important to write it down because what I've experienced is by the time we're done, you won't believe the difference that you feel. And you might think it was actually lower to begin with. Our minds do weird things. Okay, good. So, our setup statement. The setup statement is what we say while tapping on the karate chop point, which is right here, right? And so it acknowledges the issue and affirms self-acceptance when we do this. So, for example, even though I feel stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Don't forget to be taking those deep breaths and exhales. Okay, reminder phrase. The reminder phrase is a short phrase that keeps you focused on the issue as you're going through the tapping protocols and tapping through all the points. You just want it to be simple. For example, this stress. Be aware of the language. This stress. So what exactly are the meridian points and their purpose, right? Take a deep breath in and exhale. So let's go through each of those tapping points and explaining where it is and why we tap there. Breathe in and out. The karate chop, which I've already mentioned. So that's basically at the sides, right, of your hands, the side of your hand, the opposite of your thumb, and you go like this and then like this. And why this point is used is to establish the setup statement. And it allows us to focus on the issue and affirm the self-acceptance. So that first statement is so important to this. So again, it's usually something like, even though I feel stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. And you'll do that 3 times, switching with each sentence. Even though I feel stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Sometimes it's even though I feel stressed, I deeply and completely love myself. And so you do that 3 times. And then we go to the top of our head, right here. I always explain it kind of really annoying, right? The center of the top of your head, tap it until, oh, there you go, really annoying. So why do we tap here? Because that actually stimulates the crown chakra, helping to clear mental blockages and promote overall energy balance. So right in that spot right there. And as we do this, we would simply say, the stress. Then we go to the eyebrow on the inside, right kind of where your nose, beginning of the eyebrow, just above the nose. Yeah, kind of right in there. And why this point? Well, it's connected to the bladder meridian, helping to release trauma and pent up emotions. It's right there. And as you tap here, you would simply say, the stress. You usually tap about 8 to 12 times. Then you go to the side of the eye, right in there, the outside corner of the eye socket. You could do one side or you can do both sides, whichever you prefer. And why? Because this is actually linked to the gallbladder meridian, and tapping here can actually alleviate anger and resentment. And so as we do it here, we would just simply say, this stress. And then we go under the eyes, right in there. Under the center of the eye, on the bone. Be sure to take deep breaths in and out. And why do we do this? It's connected to the stomach meridian. And this point helps to reduce fear and anxiety. And what do you say here? This stress. And under our nose, right here, between the bottom of the nose and the upper lip. It's a little bit annoying when you get the right spot. And so why? Because tapping here is actually linked to the governing vessel, helping to release shame and powerlessness. And what do you say? This stress. And big breath in and out. Then we go to the chin. And that's like midway between the bottom of the lower lip and the chin. Right there. I can feel it. And so why do we do this point? Well, it's actually associated with the central meridian, and so it's addressing confusion and insecurity. And we simply say, this stress. Then we go to the collarbone, and that's just below the collarbone. I always say it's right where those little nubbies are, right there. You have the little indent and then you have the nubbies, right? And so why? This is actually the kidney meridian, And so it's going to help to alleviate anxiety, and it will support the body's energy flow. Again, you can do one side or you can do both sides. It doesn't matter. And then you say, this stress, and just exhale it out. Then we go under the arm. It's about 4 inches below the armpit, right about there. And why do we do this? It's linked to the spleen meridian. And this point helps us release worry and boost confidence. And again, what will we do? We'll say, this stress. Okay. So now let's actually do a guided tapping session together, okay? So we're gonna pull it all together and we'll actually do a real tapping session, and just come follow along with me. Breath in and out. And let's start with our karate chop. Breath in and out. Even though I feel stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. And now we'll do the tapping sequence. Top of the head. It's very simple. Breath in, this stress. Eyebrow. Again, deep breath in and out, this stress. On the side of the eye. Breath in and out, this stress. And under the eye and out, this stress. And under the nose and out, this stress. And under the chin and out, this stress. In the collarbone, this stress. And under the arm, this stress. And then we'll repeat the sequence. So feel where you are right now, the number you give. And then you would do it again. And you would find that this number is going to lower. Repeat it as many times as you want until you get to 0, right? Until you actually feel that shift. And remember to take those deep breaths in between each round and exhale the stress, this stress. Now, take a moment to reassess your stress level. Close your eyes and think about that stressful issue. How does it feel now? Rate your stress level again from 1 to 10. Write it down. And notice the difference. Isn't it amazing how much better you feel? You got this. So thank you for joining me in this tapping session. If there's particular tapping issues that you'd like to do, let me know. I can write a protocol for it. Just remember, tapping is a powerful tool that you can use anytime you're feeling stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, grief, hurt, pain. By tapping on these meridian points, you're helping to restore balance and harmony in your mind and in your body. How do you feel after this session? Share with me. I would really love to hear your experiences. And if there's anything you want to try, let me know. I'd love to write out a protocol for you. Let's support each other in our journeys toward emotional freedom. Have a great day.